I'm 36 years old and I feel as if I've lost my way. Now this may be a midlife crisis, but I would like to think that I'm a little bit further away from the halfway point of my life. In my last video, I mentioned that my wife is pregnant. We're expecting a baby girl in less than 2 months and attempting to physically, mentally, and emotionally prepare her. That is definitely contributing to my unease as I stand on the edge of the unknown. But I've had this sense of unease for a while, and innate restlessness that leads to a lot of self-doubt and general anxiety. I really should talk to a mental health professional about it. My mental health is one of the many things that I plan to work on over the coming weeks, months, and years as I enact what I'm calling Project 40. Project 40 is my loosely defined plan to create a fulfilling, healthy, and more sustainable life by the time I hit 40. And what does that actually look like? Well, I don't know, which goes against a lot of the ideals of good goal setting. But figuring out really is the initial part of Project 40. Figuring out what I want my life to look like by the time I hit 40. My life, my best life, is gonna look different than your best life. In trying to better define what Project 40 would look like, I tried breaking my life into distinct buckets. Physical health, emotional/mental health, spiritual health, financial health, all those seem pretty straightforward. And then there are relationships, my wife, future child, other family, friends, community, career or careers. I feel that creativity, play, and intellectual exploration need to fit in there somewhere and somehow. And then there's an environment aspect to it all. The order and design of my home, my property, my relationship to them, the world around me, and how they contribute to an overall quality of life. It's a little overwhelming, and I don't have a satisfactory way to organize it all. And while I don't have firm details just yet on what Project 40 is going to look like, I do have some ideas of some more immediate goals. The first one would be to lose weight and build strength. I feel best when I'm under 200 pounds. I'm 6'3" tall, and right now I'm sitting at 230 pounds. I'd also like to start seeing a therapist to deal with some of my anxiety and finding tools and tricks to just be more present and mindful in my everyday life. In addition to seeing a therapist, I would also like to see some other doctors to maybe figure out what's going on with my health. I've been experiencing headaches, dizziness, vision loss, some tingling and twitching in limbs, some just sort of general kind of nerve pain issues. So definitely something I think is neurological, but would like to figure out what that is and what I can do to make it better or make it not get worse. And then sort of related to the therapy is developing a spiritual practice. I don't know if that would be alone or as part of some sort of community. And then speaking of community, I definitely want to develop more of a community. Something that I feel attached to that is outside of me working on myself or working on my property. And most importantly would be figuring out how to be a dad to a newborn and supporting my wife as we figure out together how to be parents. My life is definitely in flux right now and about to radically change. So it is either a bad time to start rethinking even more of my life and what it means to create a fulfilling, healthy, and more sustainable life, or it is the perfect time. And this whole Project 40 doesn't mean that I'm aiming for perfection by the time I hit 40. I am a work in progress now, and I'm definitely going to be a work in progress when I'm 40. And rather than living a life on autopilot, I want to live one that is a whole lot more intentional, where I'm consciously deciding what I'm doing and how I'm spending my time. One of the things I need to do is clean out this building. As of recording this clip, I have 1,554 days, 4 hours, 28 minutes, and seconds until I turn 40. That is roughly 3 years and 3 months and a day or two. 3 years, 3 months, that's a lot of time. When I think about all the stuff that I want to change, sometimes I get bogged down in wanting to make all of the changes now. Radically change my life in a week, in a month, heck, even by the end of the year. But when I start thinking of it as 1,554 days, that's a lot of time. A lot of time to make a big difference in my life. So that is what I'm pledging to do in this Project 40 challenge of trying and figuring out ways to live a happier, healthier, more sustainable life. That's it. Later.